With gymnastics rings, pushing movements get a mean power boost, and it's no different with ring dips. Like its cousin, ring dips work the triceps, anterior delts, and pecs, with the rhomboids, lats, and even biceps needing to play a secondary role here. When compared to the parallel bar dips, we have to create far more tension just to keep the ring still, and while standard dips have our hands fixed in place, ring dips allow us to bring the arms together at the top of the rep, a good thing considering arm adduction is one of the roles of the chest. Ring dips also tackle a major problem with our dips, namely progressing with weights too early. Sternum pain takes out so many calisthenics athletes, all because we get too giddy about how much weight we can shift with our dips. But rings should really be a mandatory progression before ever touching a dip belt. So we all agree that ring dips are great, but how do we do them? Well, we want to start in what's known as a support hold. Rings still, shoulders down and back, and get that chest loud and proud, and have our arms straight, elbow pits facing forward. This is a position we need to be looking for at the end of every repetition, and as we lower down into the dip, breathe in, allowing the chest to better expand, feel that stretch on the pecs, then drive upwards, turning the hands and elbow pits out and together. There honestly really isn't much more to it than this, but there are some common mistakes that we need to avoid, starting with losing the shoulders. A defense of being unable to stabilize the rings is to hunch over in our ring dips. This internally rotated shoulder position, at least for unconditioned beginners, is not safe, and the shearing forces of the movement can cause real problems in our shoulders. As with most calisthenics movements, we also need to make sure that we're maintaining full body tension. If we find ourselves snaking in our ring dips, we're taking too much tension away from the chest and triceps, so avoid doing this. Not hitting the support hold at the end of every rep is another big no-no. Not only is this how we stop the rings from swinging rep to rep, but it's here where we get so much of the muscle building benefits that come with ring dips. Yeah, we have that creating tension that we mentioned earlier, but if we look at the elbows and actually even the biceps, we can see how this position translates to conditioning for key bodyweight skills at that end range. And not a mistake, but something to note though, is that the longer the gymnastics ring straps, the harder our ring dips will be, as that anchor point is further away from where our hand is, making it harder to start swinging around. All of this is easier said than done though, so there are some regressions that we can work with if ring dips are a little bit out of our reach right now, but we still want to work with them. The first is doing ring dips feet supported. This will make it easier to avoid swinging and mean we don't have to shift our whole body weight. We can also use resistance bands in two ways. We can use a band similar to how we would in a standard band assisted dip, lightening the load to make the movement easier, or we can hold a light band in each hand to help us with keeping the ring stable. Crowd, use rings to level up your dips, and if you want to know how strength in basic movements translate to bodyweight skills, then check this video out right here.